So all I'm going to say to you is what a week so far, and we know it's only the beginning. Emotional roller coaster to say the least. So every parent's worst nightmare, I suppose, happened. The crash team was called for Kingsley. He was struggling to breathe. He was unresponsive. So about 50 people came running into the room and performed all sorts on him. Me and Michael had to leave the room. Very frightening, very upsetting. I've never seen anything like it before in my life, and obviously for it to happen to your child. They worked on him for about 4 or 5 hours. Luckily he came out on the other side, and was then moved to the intensive care unit. So yeah, he spent the first 24 hours up on the intensive care ward. It was really touch and go. It was really frightening for me and Dad. Can't imagine how Kingsley was feeling. I think that's the hardest part. He can't actually tell us how he's feeling. So it's just a waiting game now, and fingers crossed that this operation, this reversal, is going to work and solve all of his problems, because his body just can't take it anymore. Today is Monday. We were originally due to come in on Wednesday for Kingsley to have his long line put in on Thursday. That's still the plan. It's just trying to build him back up and get him as healthy as we can before the operation on Thursday to have the long line put in. I guess we'll just have to see how the next 24, 48 hours go now. He's absolutely shattered living. He's been poked and prodded, had numerous drips and tests and samples taken. He's worn right out. So today we're just waiting now. Kingsley's going to go down to have a PICC line put in. Start phase 1 of everything. Get him nice and healthy. Get his TPN. For those who don't know, that's like a load of nutrition and calories and things. Get him fighting fit and as healthy as we possibly can before his reversal. So just waiting to go down for that operation now to have his PICC put in. So Kingsley's just come back from his op. We've just got him back from recovery now. As you can see, he's got his long line in there. So he's going to start his TPN. Be on that for about 2 weeks before his next operation. He's just not a happy chappy at the moment. Well, it's now about 7 o'clock in the evening. We've had another rough day. Kingsley had his line put in this morning, as you can see there. By this afternoon, it was pouring with blood. So the surgeons had to come back down, give him some more anaesthetic and sort it out. It's now in where it should be. Apparently it had been pushed in too far. That's why it was bleeding, so now it's in the correct position. And he's just started his TPN now, ready for his big op in a couple of weeks. We're going to try and get him as healthy as we possibly can. So Cody's had his nebs this morning, had his meds. He's now just doing his physio ready before he goes off to school. One's still in the hospital. We don't want the pair of them in the hospital, so we've got to keep the routine going. Cough, mate. And again. Last set, go. So I've just dropped Cody to school. I'm just walking into the hospital now to relieve Dad. He's done the night shift, and obviously see how Kingsley is getting on and what the plan is going forward. So we've been allowed out to the room. Dad's doing the rounds with Kingsley. keep him quiet for a little bit. So today's Friday. Kingsley has just been for a contrast this morning. He's been down a couple of times. We've got to take him back down now in about half an hour. He's managed to have a bit of food as well, love him. As you can see, he's picked up loads. Yes. They're just checking everything, really, all parts of his bowel to check there's no blockages or anything. But as we know, he's healthy and well like this for a couple of days, and then he goes downhill. So we're just trying to keep him as well as we can now before his big op. Today's Saturday, and Cody has come to see his little brother, and they're playing together. A little bit quieter now over the weekend, and as you can see, Kingsley's doing much better. And you, cheeky? Yes. So it's just a waiting game now, really, until he's well enough to have his op done, attempt to try and reverse the stomach. We are lucky enough to have a lot of people around us helping us and supporting us and things. Today, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of looking forward to having a few hours break. I've promised Cody I'd take him to the cinema to see Dumbo, and I just want to be able to spend a bit of time with him. So luckily Nanny Claire is coming to the rescue. She's going to come and sit with Kingsley for a few hours, and Dad's going to have his break, clear his head, have a game of rugby, let his steam out, and hopefully we feel a little bit better afterwards. So tonight is our first night, the three of us. We're staying in the Ronald McDonald house. It's a house opposite the hospital, literally across the road. So we can spend a bit of time together, the three of us, instead of splitting us up. With all these hospital admissions, Nanny Claire's over with Kingsley. Any problems? We're literally like 5 minutes away. So Cody spent the night with us yesterday in the Ronald house, and he's all ready to go off to rugby now with his dad. What have we got today, mate? A tournament. You excited? You're going to score loads of tries? And that'll help us with Cody's physio for today. Get it over and done with. Mum's going to come over and watch the second half, okay? Well, as you can see, this one's perked right up. Say hi! Having the time of his life in the jumper room. So now Kingsley's obviously feeling better, and he's having the TPN. We don't have to give him all of his medicines. Obviously, we're still doing his physio and his hypertonic saline and DNAs to keep his lungs and airways clear. So we're going to do that now this morning.